All right. I think I'm live. Yes. Oh, I see you guys' thing coming in. Hi, Ravender. Hey, Kendra. How are you guys doing today? How are you? Haven't spoken to all of you for quite some time. Hope you guys are good. Hi, Antoinette. Really, Claudia? Well, yeah, I was sending out my energy, so you might pick up on it. Yeah, it has been a while. It's just, tonight I felt like, okay, let's just connect. This 11 level portal is quite intense. Are you feeling the shift? Are you feeling anything? Or just another Wednesday? Or wait, it's not. Yeah, it is Wednesday today. I've been in quarantine for too long. Hi, Free Your Mind. Yes, it is almost your birthday, Claudia. You are Scorpio or Sag? Yes. Well, I feel you on that one, Ravender. The draining energy is active today. Has been last week as well. Oh, all right. That's so nice. Sagittarius family. Are you able? Yes, happy almost birthday, Claudia. Do you like are there a lot of restrictions in your area, Claudia? Like can you celebrate your birthday normally this year? Hi, Sunshine. I'm well. How are you? Ah, that's good. What's the because that's quite close, like you guys don't have like a maximum, you know, type of like number of people that can come together. I'm glad you're doing good, Sunshine. I'm looking at your profile picture. I'm like, oh yes. I think, well, it's quite tiny. I think it's like a sunset in the ocean, right? Shall we get a card for everyone who's here? Yes. I remember like I think it was in September. It was like one last hot summer day here and I went to the beach and it was this beautiful sunset. I took pictures and everything. It was so beautiful. You kind of really don't want that moment to end. You don't want the sun to go under. Oh, you have a light lockdown. All right. Well, then at least you can get some people together and celebrate your birthday. All right. For everyone who is in here right now, the ancestral wisdom card came out, which is really like what I feel with this 11 level portal. It always brings us so much closer to our own spiritual wisdom, having those downloads, really just remembering things from past lives or just people who've walked this earth before. It's just like the veil is very thin during Scorpio season in general, but I feel that energy is very heightened today. Ooh, you saw 7-7. I used to see 7-7 a lot, like a couple years ago, and then it went straight to like 4-4 and 55. 55 has always been a number. But I've had actually the number 11-11 really sulk in me, which is actually more of like in a beginning thing. Like normally it's the first thing you start to notice, but I've been seeing it every single day for last 2 weeks. It's crazy. I've been taking screenshots. Who does that? Like, do you guys take screenshots when, you see a certain number? You're like, okay, screenshot. I see you. Yep. We're all guilty over here. We're like, okay, screenshot. Because then you also have like your battery percentage who's like on the similar, you know. We all have our, camera roll is full with screenshots. Yeah, well, that's good, Claudia. Like, take it in, take the moment. I have it with license plates a lot as well. It just sometimes just keeps repeating and repeating. I did not know there were so many people who had like 55 and 444 in their license plate. Apparently, it's a thing. Or I just happen to see them all the time. All right, I'm gonna read the card for you. We are all ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this point in time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. That's beautiful. Just like a little reconnection, like a moment of just becoming aware and conscious of that there are certain things we do because, we as children or babies or growing up, teenage years, just, we're taught like this is the way we do it over here. This is the way you walk. This is the way you talk. This is this language and that. But that's all things that have been created by people who were here before us. So I think overall we're just starting to feel more connected to the past of Mother Earth, basically. That's how I feel. Oh, you see 888 a lot, yes. Well, that's also really good. I used to see that all the time as well. All right, I'm opening up, like I'm open actually for personal readings. If you guys want a personal reading, the information is in the description box. I haven't really said that yet. I see. Kayla, you just made a payment. Thank you, Kayla. I'm going to put your name on the list. Yes. Thank you for that. So, what is your question like? Oh, did you send me your question in the payment? Let me check. Oh, yes. General reading, focusing on money and finance in the next 6 months. All right. So, the world, when it comes to finances, it's not the easiest time, but it's a time for expansion and growth as long as you dare to go beyond your own, comfort zone, basically. Try not to Four of Pentacles your way out of this one. Okay, let me see. What's coming in general for you, finances? Two of Pentacles. I see multiple ways of income. You might be thinking about changing or shifting something or doing certain things at the same time, so you don't have just one source of income but like multiple, so you feel like more safer in that. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at the sun shining on you. That's the way to go. Yeah. You're optimistic. I've been doing a lot of work. Well, that's great. And I do see that back in your reading. I see that you're open. You have your eyes open. You're very conscious, very aware of your surrounding. Okay, what are the possibilities? What are the options over here? What can I do? And I feel like that's something that just brings out that creative energy in you. You will notice a shift, this month of starting to see some results, but also starting to feel more and more excited about certain things. So I think that's really good. But what you're doing, having your options open and just, looking around, trying to look in possibilities instead of obstacles, I think that is really the way to go. So let's see where that's going to take you. Ooh, Two of Cups. So love is also something that wants to come true with the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe it's also you're trying to find a new way of how to sort of combine two things at the same time. Yeah. Well, that's really good. That's really good. Oh, sorry, I was reading your comment. What I feel with this as well is that when you connect with somebody on a soul's level, there's sometimes it's hard to really focus at two things at the same time, like love, career, building, family, and then, having your own thing and the income, things you actually want to do, and things you're doing because you feel like, okay, I have all of these responsibilities to keep up. But I do see that you are evolving and growing out of that and away. Yeah, you're growing up. Basically, that's what I'm hearing. Like, you're growing up emotionally, spiritually, and also start to see things like, okay, this, I don't need this, or I do need this, and then this I don't need, and this I'm good with this, and then I'll just focus my energy on that. um those are things like you start to see value in different things and different type of people as well, and different type of relationships, and the depth of that. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's exactly what I picked up on. But you're good, you are evolved, you're not the same person. And I see that if it can help you actually be more motivated and more connected, and I think if that person is also really motivated and has like their own goals and love to just see you thrive and sort of want to build up things together, I really think it will work together. Because with the Three of Pentacles, it's like, okay, how can we make that work, I think if it helps you evolve and grow, and it also really motivates you instead of just distracting you and taking you away. But it's also because it's an energy you used to come from. I'm alone. I come from a masculine energy. I gotta do this. I got this. And then when love knocks on your door, it's like the softer side comes forward, and then you feel like a little bit of a disbalance of like, where can I find that sense of hunger and motivation? If I feel these feels, and if I want this nurture or love. So I do see that working out together, because you both see with the Five of Swords are very open and honest, as long as you are very open and honest about what's going on in your mind, not thinking for one another, but really just speaking and communicating clearly with one another. I think that that's really the key. Then you can really make things work, instead of just trying to keep a lot to yourself. Yeah, well, but I think that that's really healthy, because you do first want to feel this energy before you look forward to this other, new chapter, basically. But maybe you can make it work sort of together. It doesn't always have to be just first this and that, because they're saying like, listen, it's okay to do, combine certain things at the same time. But your focus is with this, and your focus will definitely get you back in this place where you feel secure, you feel financial stable, you just feel like, you got time, you got things, resources to share, and wisdom as well is what I'm feeling with that energy. So it looks very positive, so for these next 6 months, the love will stay around. I don't necessarily see you like, completely cutting it off, but as long as you trust your own intuition of what you want to do, where you want to go, and keep your options open, keep your eyes open, basically, or what's coming your pathway, like what's coming towards you, then you can really make that work. Just don't let yourself, don't let a certain mindset come in the way of things actually working out in a different way. Right? So maybe we always feel like, okay, it's like not the right time right now, but actually it's divine time, so it's always the right time. We just kind of have to keep our options open and our energy open to like, okay, why is it showing up at the same time I'm trying to get my things together, like really not trying to put it in one box and then that other thing in the other box, because that's a little bit the energy I'm feeling with the Five of Swords here, because then it's never the right timing. That's what I'm trying to say. It's always a reason why we shouldn't, or we should keep it off. But I think to just try and make it work in a way where you feel comfortable, the other person feels comfortable, and things are thriving and growing and healing, I think it's just very powerful, you know? Yeah. But it's true. It's true. You know, but the Ten of Pentacles as well is something that you work towards. It's a goal, but you reach it and then you stay in that level, and that's still here, like the Nine of Pentacles. But now you started to believe that you can have that for yourself, with yourself, and I think that's very powerful. If you downgrade from the 10 to the 9, it's also something that attracted love in, because you start to believe in your own sense of self. But again, it's not a broke reading. Definitely not, you know? So keep on going, keep on evolving, keep going the pathway that you're on right now. And this is very important. The Nine of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards, especially when you trying to do you, you know, and get things done for yourself. It's a very positive card. You do have somebody who's on a similar energy like you. So, all right. Well, you know, that's also a thing. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll up somewhere. Yes, all right. All right, I hope that I was helpful for you, Kayla. Thank you. Keep doing you, like I said. You're doing great. All right. Well, I'll just be here if you need a little bit of motivation. Let me see. I also have Claudia here. I'm just gonna check really quickly. I see. No, all right. Claudia, if you could send me your question. Yes, all right. Great. Ooh. Bumping hats a little bit. All right. I like that. Let's tune into that. Channeling. Guys. You have the beautiful moon and the 10 of cups energy. So a lot of things are like sort of in you know, hidden right now, and things are not really out and clear, and but I do see that this is going somewhere. All right, like these next coming months, it really is going to help you to have a like a clearer vision of like what makes me happy, what do I want to do, what is my purpose, what is my place, you know, in my family, and just all of that, you know. I really feel like a strong connection and just a strong feeling of belonging is growing with these coming months. You know, like you feel like if I'm home, like I feel at home in this area, I feel at home in my surroundings. And I think that feeling of belonging is something that's sort of missed at times. And that's what's coming in. So the moon card shows like, oh, it can get better. It's gonna get better. You cannot really see it, but it's important to just walk and trust by faith instead of by sight. That's really, really that energy that, you know. Yeah. Okay, well, that's good. Let me see. What is spirit message coming in for you, Claudia? This card. Spirit message, Claudia. There we go. Soul Solitude. Very powerful card. Your soul needs attention. These are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet. A place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, and a time for you. Wow, that's very powerful. So I think that that's really connected to the moon. Like there are certain things hidden in the dark. That's also like things you realize about yourself, or how you give of yourself when it comes to connections, or just how well you take care of yourself, how well you actually know yourself and know your own needs and wants, and things you are passionate about. I think like I really feel you're gonna rediscover something new about yourself, that like, oh, I didn't know I could do this, or oh, I didn't know I actually like this, but I really do, and I'm going to find out something more about it. I'm going to sit with it, or because you have those moments where you're like, okay, I just need to get away, I need a moment of peace in nature, I just need to listen to myself better and more. I think from those moments really grow those those insights, basically. Yeah. Yeah, well, that definitely as well. Your confidence is very important part of then actually knowing what you feel like you want to do, and then actually taking the step to start doing it. The ingredients are important. It's like that self confidence, and also that belief in yourself. I think that that's very powerful. All right, we got one more card from this. Oh, hi, Melissa. Welcome. You are a newbie. Well, thank you for joining. And Anna is here as well. Thank you for joining. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? All right, let's see. What else here for Claudia? There we go. 9 of Winter. Ooh, very important card to come out. Again, the Moon. Your worries and fears aren't real. They are fueled by focusing on the negative, which gives power to that which you are afraid of. Stop worrying, let go of the fear, and everything will be okay. So it's very, very strong message. It's like, I feel like not really knowing where things are gonna go, not really knowing what's gonna happen, is sometimes making you fearful, because like, okay, I don't know where I will be in like a year, and that energy sometimes can really put like real thoughts in your head that makes it really real, that it is something to fear, and it is something maybe negative or unsecure, and it makes you insecure. And but I think that this is a really strong message, like there's so much more beauty in a card, so much more beauty coming towards you, things that you're gonna love and enjoy and like, and are actually going to fit you better than you think. But then it's also something to be excited about, because it can only get better, you know? And that's something that they really want to give you with this reading basically, and with these cards. It's like, hey, how about looking differently at the things we cannot change? When you feel powerless in a situation where you're unsure about what's going to come, how can we take our personal power back in that? And that is by changing the way we look and feel towards that thing. And then you actually are in charge again, because you could feel fearful about something, or you could feel excited about something, like, hey, I don't know what's coming, but I can feel something's coming and it better be good. It gotta be good. It's that energy is just, it's a whole different way of looking at it, but the thing is still the same. It's just not here yet. It will come, you know? And I feel you start to feel more confident when you just shift your energy in that. And those are just little changes which have really big results in the end of the day. Because things can come in quicker, you just start to feel more energized, you start to feel excited, you're opening up your energy to receive instead of holding it back because you're unsure about what it's gonna be, how it's gonna look. We feel like we always have to fill in all the details at the same time, and that's like exhausting sometimes, but we don't. You can just sort of allow it to come in. And if you're on a high frequency, something will pop up in a similar energy. So it will definitely teach you a lot and give you a lot. So that's the thing I'm picking up for you, Melissa. Sorry, Melissa. I'm sorry, your name fucked up. Claudia. That's what I'm picking up for you. So I hope that is helpful and it gives you something. I mean, it looks really positive. So just having that energy to show up for you, and the cards also asking you to not fear it, but like opening up towards it. I think that that will give you some more peace of mind. You're so very welcome. Thank you for letting me do this reading for you. I appreciate it a lot. All right. If anyone right now would like a personal reading, tonight I do it in a certain way. You can read it in the description box. I'm sorry, I'm at Joe Truck. Oh, hi, Artsy girl. Happy 11/11 portal. Are you feeling the vibes? Like, are you feeling it? Or is this energy also quite draining to you for now? I had such an intense dream as well, because I was up really early this morning, and then I was like sort of doubting, like, am I gonna stay awake for the 11/11 moment? And I was like, you know what? I think if I go to sleep, I can really have a very lucid dream. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take another nap for like an hour around 11:11, and I had like this really intense dream. But it was all about, there was this guy, and he had like, he just discovered, he was channeling the ancient wisdom, and he was challenging like how the universe worked, and he had like this whole theory and like all these weird words and scripts. And I was looking for that person, and he was just in the back of a room, and he was like out of it, he's like out, and I was like looking at the screen, like all these symbols and things like that. I was like, whoa, you cracked the code. And it's like, you know, it was just, I really did not regret going to sleep for that hour. So yeah, that was an intense energy. Well, and that's the best way to have that happen, Claudia. I think you should never plan on an 11/11. It just always just pops up. All right, Yvonne. Of course, you're more than welcome for a reading. All right. I want to get a collective affirmation card because I want to channel it. Are you, I just wanted to quickly let you guys know to be very conscious with yourself. If you're dealing with depression, then just be conscious with yourself, okay? Don't push yourself too hard, because there might be a moment of like 2 days where the energy will be heightened. I think it will be tomorrow and the day after, because that's what I've been picking up, and I normally pick up on it like 2 or 3 days before and forehand, and I think it will last for like around like 48 hours, maybe 24 to 48. It will just be heightened. Allow it to just come in and be there. Don't try to instantly fix it or push it away. I think it's very negative, or it's taking you to a bad place. It's like, just allow it to be here. It's here, it's here, and let it flow. That's just something I just needed to say really quickly, because if you are dealing with depression, then this could be a little bit of a challenging week, but I really do see things getting a lot better after this weekend. So just want to give you guys heads up, like, be sweet for yourself and be conscious. Oh, really, Archie girl? Like, you are healing from an accident. I'm so happy that you're actually up and walking. You know, I think that's good, even though it's not, you're not there yet. And trust me, I know it can be really frustrating, that journey, because I actually been through something like that in 2015, where my whole life like changed because of an accident. So, and I had to go through that whole healing process as well. So I'm sending you love and healing and strength, but you got this. Well, that's good, Claudia. Just be extra sweet to yourself these coming days. Find something that helps soothe you. Feels like a warm blanket. All right, what's the affirmation for the people who are watching right now? What's an extra affirmation card? Here we go. Wow, and this is like, I think, Claudia, this is really connecting to your reading at the same time. All right. I recognize that have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. So you recognize that I've chosen fear. I choose again. I choose love. Powerful card. We can fear what we're feeling, but we can also just, let it, allow it to come in with love and treat it with love and heal it with love. How long was it ago since you had the accident, Archie girl? Oh, well, that's beautiful, Claire. I'm so proud of you. And it's a hard situation to get out of and to really heal from, but it is one of the most powerful ones at the same time. You know, or do you have a lot of Virgo in your chart, Archie girl, or not? How, oh, opposite. Yeah. So how has this month been? Do you feel like, you're healing quickly, or are things like quite slow? How's the process? Yeah, exactly, Claudia. You could have never tapped into all of that inner strength that you can reach now if you wouldn't have gone through that situation. And if you can get out of that and can heal from that, you can do anything. All right, let me see if I have. Yeah, exactly. It does. It does. And it will bring you something beautiful, Archie girl. This situation will give you something. It will, you know, it does. But it's okay to have your bad days, and to just feel the feels and let it come through. And some frustration might pass along here and there, but there is this reason why now. And it will come and show you, and it will give you something that you could have never received from another situation. Yeah, maybe. Could have been. I think, it's just when you're going through it and you sort of accepting it, you don't know how long a journey can take. That's like healing, for example, from an accident, or healing from a breakup, or a bad marriage, or something like that. You can't really put a timeline on how long something is gonna happen or gonna take. And the thing is, the moment you are healed, that's mostly the most unnoticeable moment. It just happens, and you just are. And then one moment something happens that normally would push you over the edge, or would give you pain, or you couldn't really do, and then you're just noticing yourself doing it, or noticing yourself not thinking about the person for like a week or 2 weeks, and you're like, whoa. Or not feeling away when something pops up, and you're like, hey, the healing has happened. And then you're like conscious about it, and then you're like inviting it in, and you're like happy about it, but it happened so unnoticeable, but then you notice it, and then it's like the moment. So it's the process, it's a healing, it's a journey. I think it's like a road trip. You never, if you're really going on a road trip, like an official one, you don't really know where you're gonna end up. Like maybe some of it, but not most destinations. Or you just all of a sudden pass by a lake. You're like, you didn't know it was there. You weren't planning on going swimming in a lake, but it's just so beautiful and it's a hot day. And like, you know what? I'm going to take a jump in the lake. And it's just, that's the same thing. It's like just going with that journey, see what it else it can give you, or see what else is trying to teach you. You know, there's so much little things we can learn in life through life experience. Wow. You know, I also had that, Archie girl. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I had something almost happen a week. Like, I think it was almost like the similar week. I think it was on a Monday, and on a Friday it actually happened, the accident. And then I was like, whoo, that was close. Like, if that would have happened, like, you know, but then it did. And yeah, I couldn't have prevented that from happening in what ways, because it wasn't on me. But definitely, I think it's beautiful. I love the fact that you brought in someone who would do a Reiki massage for you. I think it's so helpful. And bless her that she drove all the way to you to come and help you with that. It's beautiful. All right. Thank you, Claudia, for tuning in. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun just spending some time with you. Go relax. Okay. All right, Yvonne, thank you for your payment. Let me check your question on PayPal. It's so nice and quiet tonight. I actually really like it. I'm enjoying it a lot. Just talking a little bit to you guys. Okay, Yvonne, what's your question tonight? Let me take some time to read it. All right. All right, Yvonne. Thank you for sending me your question. Um, you feel like you are going to move. You just know you will move, but you don't know really where, or if it's going to be connected to a partner, a guy, a man. And yeah, let's just tune in. Let's just see. I feel like the moment I was reading your question, actually, I felt like expansion and growth. You know, like when you settle into a certain situation, into a certain surrounding, and you feel connected to it, and you know you're vibing with that. Sometimes we get in sort of a comfort zone, and then there is either a part in us that feels like a little bit restless. It's like, you know, but I love this, but what's out there, you know? Or it's like the universe sort of pushing you or rearranging a different situation where you expand and learn more soul lessons, you know, life lessons. And it really just depends on in which phase you are in that. You know, sometimes things just happen for us, and even though we can feel like it really is just happening to us and we have no real answer why, but it just goes with the flow. Sometimes we're being pushed to go beyond our comfort zones, because I do really feel it has to do with expansion and growth. All right, let me see that move. You really are connected to the people around you. See with Three of Cups, it's like, you know, quite similar people. You can really have, like, I don't know, your cup of coffee moments together or something, you know, a cup of tea. Yeah. In your surroundings, just the people, like-minded people. You are a beautiful, strong, independent queen. And that's beautiful. You really have worked your way through this point in your life where you can now just sort of look around, enjoy your surrounding, the things you've built, the things you've created for yourself, your house, your home, You know, the way it's decorated and the little things you placed here and there, which has like a special meaning to you. And it's just, you know, in general, it's that's just beautiful. You have the Four of Swords with the Justice. So what I feel with that is you deserve to just have some peace and quiet, to just have a standstill moment. But you're being asked, because the thing is, right now, from this moment where you are right now, there's not that much movement, there's not that much change happening, because you're being asked to stay in this one place, to sort of go on a more spiritual journey, more of like a journey within, you know, to um, have your, when your outside world is sort of calming down and not asking that much of you, your environment, things inside can take some space, you know. And I think that that's really what I feel connected to, because of the Two of Swords and that Hermit energy. It's like, let's shine a light up the things that you feel insecure about, or the things that you are unexperienced in. Because that's a little bit thing, but like to have that realization moment is to take and create space to have that moment, you know? You have the Ten of Cups, and I feel Ten of Pentacles keep on peeking through in the back of the deck. Let me see, who's that person? I feel like a person is gonna come and walk right into your life the moment you least expect it. It's very loving, giving person, very stable, has gone through a lot in his life as well. A lot of disappointment, but he understands that life just shows you different ways, and just feels like that also gave him great appreciation for the things that are small, like the beauty in the smaller things. I feel like used to be quite focused on negative, that's now changed and opening up to possibilities. And you know, the glass is half full and not half empty. That energy. Six of Wands, I feel like if there will be a move, there will be a move towards a water. Air energy. I'm picking up on air energy. Are you dizzy sometimes, Yvonne? Like, is it something that sometimes pops up with you? Like you have like dizziness. Like it's not like really like the whole room is spinning, but it's like you can't focus. Well, that's beautiful. Well, I do see that. I do see that. Spending time near nature, like near water. Yes, exactly. That's an energy that I'm picking up on. I'm actually experiencing the similar thing right now. That's why, and when I do get it during readings, I know that that's something you might be sort of dealing with. Um, I'm just tuning in one sec. I feel like you really are getting to a point where even if the external energy is trying to get you out of your peace of mind, or trying to, you know, get a raise out of you or things like that, you really have grown and evolved into a person like, I don't care about these things. I'm not gonna give my inner peace away to just, you know, have this conversation with a person in that heated energy. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I can make a cut here. I'm good. You know, like you're really protecting your peace of mind. And I think that's very powerful. And I think you should continue doing that. One sec. Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords. Yes, that's really good. Yes, well, that's great, because I do feel that with the Nine of Pentacles, like you really are, you know, a higher level of energy of yourself, you know, the best version of yourself. And I think that this is very powerful. And you really did build up a lot. And I think you should be proud of that and just ease into that. Right now, I don't see anything really quickly changing all of a sudden. I don't. I do see that in the future things will shift, because they're trying to show you more depth of yourself. Like hey, if we put you in this situation, you are actually now capable of just saying what you want to say instead of feeling like there's no space for that. So sometimes people will show up in your life just to show you how much you've grown, how much you overcame, and how much you're standing in your power now, you know? Yeah, it really is such an amazing energy that just keeps um, peeking through. And yes, there are some things here and there, but you, like spiritually, on a spiritual level, you got the answers coming from there. Like the hermit is showing up, it brings you those answers every time. It just shows you, like, listen, if we come back home to our centered self, if we ground ourselves, we might think differently about it. So no rushing, just enjoying and just flowing with the energy, not questioning it too much, because if it feels good, it's just good, you know? And the moment that you're asked to expand a part of your life, of a part of yourself in your journey, it will show up in a lesson for you. No, you shouldn't. Because the moment you, if you would, Yvonne, if you would move, it would be the right thing to do when it comes to your feelings, that you would feel really good about the move. So right now they're saying, like, listen, ease into it, enjoy your surroundings, connect with the people around you. Um, I don't see that there's something. Um, if something would like to take you out of your surroundings and they will like actually propose it, you have the strength and power to say no, I'm not ready. And so use that. If you're not ready, then you're not ready, and that's okay. So the Wheel of Fortune with the Ace of Swords, a really new beginning, and like having that equal one-on-one conversation and talk, and not feeling like you have to sort of put yourself in a back burner. It's equality. That's what I'm feeling. And then if you feel like you have that space to talk, you don't feel like you have to really overprotect yourself, you know? That's the energy that I'm feeling. Yeah, I do see that. Like they're saying, like in this moment in time in your life, just ease into it and be at peace with yourself. This is that rest card. Your healing is you're on a journey. Just don't feel like if you really try to really hard to sort of meditate and you just find yourself overthinking something really deeply and think like, okay, maybe now I'm getting to an answer within myself, it's not the way. They're saying like the certain insights come from when you are just following your bliss, you know, and doing things you makes you laugh, and in those moments something would sometimes just be very clear to you all of a sudden, and sometimes just not the way to just sit. Oh, hi, Katie. Thank you for tuning in. And Ali is here as well. I'm well. How are you feeling, Ali? How are you doing? All right, so that's your reading right now, Yvonne. Go with the flow. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, definitely. You're so very welcome, Yvonne. Always welcome. Let me check. Oh, it's your first time? Well, thank you for joining in. I actually have been live for how long now? Like 50 minutes. Okay. Well, I'm thinking that this was like a good way to end with like Yvonne's reading. I will be live again this week. Don't worry about it. I will do more readings. I just wanted to check in, see how you guys are doing and feeling. And I want to, wish you guys a happy 11 level portal. Go to bed early if you can. Oh, well, thank you, Dr. Nikki, for tuning in. I hope next time you guys will join me and, I could do a reading for you. All right. Thank you all. I'm sending you love and healing. And I hope to see you guys back soon. And I'm working on some extra content, so that's coming up as well. All right. Thank you guys. Mwah. I love you. Bye.